Is it fixed now? I don't know, I guess we'll see. I suppose we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna queue us for a healer. Oh wait, I think I ran Floodgate. Did I finish everything? Hold on. I did run Floodgate. And I ran Priory Halls. You go to. Did I run everything? No shot. There's no way I ran through them all. Adventure Guide. Dungeons. Done. 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 Oh shoot. Whoops. I done gathered everyone here for nothing. Whoops. I will pass the lead to... Alright, yeah. I can't believe I totally forgot that I ran Floodgate. Whoops. Maybe. Trying to see why it seems like the stream isn't working. Oh, there it is. I can see it now. We're good. Sorry, I had to do some troubleshooting there. We're all good. All right. You know what I want to try? I want to try a couple runs of this Kaiveza thing. This is difficult. I'm going to give it a couple tries on this question mark difficulty. Let's get it. We here, it was good. Yeah, I was having some issues. I don't know why, but it's like the live didn't actually go live. Did you get all your M0s done, Safari? Bro, have you seen this yet, man? It's ridiculous. I gotta get better at like realizing where they're coming from. I got 3 done. Oh, 3 of your M0s. I just need to practice that. That's really the end of it all. I just need to practice. Sleepy. Well, at least you got 3 done. That's I think that's all but 3 of like you're halfway done. So yeah, it's not bad. Man, I gotta be quicker than that. Yeah, I know this boss was a nut in Mythic. It took us a while to kill her. She's hard. She was hard. I'm gonna try for a bit, see if we can get close to killing her. I was making some good progress earlier when I did a couple pulls. I like that they add these little gravestones here for when you die. It's kind of messed up. 3 seconds till recklessness. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, the precision of how much you have to look at the clones is nuts. Like, you have to be looking pretty much directly at them. You can't be looking a little bit to the side. It's got to be right at them. Just gonna keep sending it. I don't really need the my cooldowns up if I actually just like learn it, you know. Oh, back there? I didn't even see that one spot. Yeah. If it doesn't feel like I'm gonna gain any like actual progress, I'll probably just say screw this for tonight. But earlier I was doing pretty good, and then I took a little break, and now I just feel like I'm missing all the spawns. All right, let's see. Oh, there was one more. I thought that was it. That was so silly. Bro, Valorant player to hit these flicks. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But it's just there's a lot of visual effects going on, and so it's kind of hard to like see exactly. Oh shoot! Dang it. Started to get some bad luck on the spawns there. I should have slept out, but it's whatever. I wish they had like a death count to this so I could see how many times I died. I probably pulled this like 25, 30 times. Alright. One thing that you can do is you can literally just book it out to the edge right after you pull her, and then you don't have to worry about as many daggers, you know? Man, I just don't know how I wasn't looking that way. I guess I wasn't quick enough. They give you like a split second between each dash. After this, we could finish up our world quests. Then we could honestly work on the side quests and get Sojourner real quick. That would be pretty fun. What's up, Bug? How's it going? Okay. Let's go. Clear my mind here.
I hope you're ready for this.
I'm not ready, Bran. I'm not. Oh. Okay. Game time. I'll wait 4 seconds for cooldowns, or at least recklessness.
The stories I've heard about
Oops.
this.
Did not mean to do that. When I saw that we were going to kill Nexus King's Saladar, I was like, dang, I guess they just forgot about Nexus Princess, huh? Bro, I can't be yapping. I gotta focus. Sorry. I can't yap mid-pool. I thought I had it, but there was another one in front of me. It's okay. Let's just get right back into it. It would be really nice if they reset all cooldowns, like when the boss dies in this, so that, you know, I don't have to do this whole like, I don't have recklessness thing, I don't have avatar thing, but they don't reset. I know like lust and stuff resets, but I'm not wasting drums on this considering I keep dying. But okay. Bro, I don't know how I'm gonna, like, my brain's lagging or something. I think it would just be worth it for like the achievement. it's like a personal victory achievement. So if you don't care about any of that stuff, it doesn't give you anything extra. I think later on it can give you extra gilded crests, but not right now it doesn't. So you don't care about any of that stuff, and I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, game time here. You have 2 charges of Thunderblast now? No. You could have 10 charges of Thunderblast. I mean, it just depends on the proc. So the way that it works is basically when you use Thunderblast, you have a 35% chance to reset your Thunderblast cooldown like immediately and be able to use it again. And then 35% chance, and then 35% chance. And so yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, did he ever kill her? I think I saw him get to like 40% or something like that. Did he ever get her down? So yeah, we don't have like multiple charges at once, but you get a chance to get a reset on it. Yeah, it's with our new 4 set. Oh, 2 and 4 set of Mountain Pain. Bro. I gave up. Let's see. I think they would post it in the Warrior Discord if he killed it. People in the Discord, they seem like they're complaining about getting their kills rolled back for spell reflecting to do 33% of this boss's health. I mean, that's so obviously unintended. I don't know. I can't tell if they're memeing or not. Oh, right now, I mean, yeah, you just like normal, you can stack 2 sets of or two stacks of Thunderblast, but you can't do the reset or anything like that. Like, you can hold 2 stacks, but we've always been able to do that. So yeah, you can stack them. Like, you can bank 2 stacks, but that's about it. You can't, like, there's no other interaction. Right, here we go. I think the lowest I had Kai'Veza so far was like 60%, but right now I'm not playing like a 60%er. My mouse sensitivity just clowned me. I'm not a shooter player anymore. Sheesh. I'm only gonna do this for a bit. If it feels like it's beating my head against the wall, I'll come back to it another time. Watched so much about tier and saw the 2 stacks. I'm new to Warrior. Oh, I see. Yeah, so basically, oh yeah, well, welcome. Hopefully you enjoy it more than ranged. I know I did when I came from, I was playing, well, I kind of was playing everything, but when I came from ranged, I was playing mage. I liked it a lot more, so. Even though mage is fun, don't get me wrong, but. Okay, here we go. But yeah, basically you can bank 2 stacks so that, like, because you only get stacks of Thunderblast either from activating Avatar or from getting procs of it from using Bloodthirst, so. Oh my gosh, it's so fun, isn't it? I think the thing that sold me on it way back in the day was literally Charge, funny enough. Seems so simple, but Charge is just such a cool ability. It's like so basic, but it's just amazing, man. Like, I just love being able to be like, rah, I'm charging in, I'm gonna kill this boss, you know? Like, they're making me 360 no-scope this ish. Putting them behind me and stuff. Oh, you were playing survival, so you already been playing melee. I see. Are they like pseudo melee, like have some range, some melee, or are they like full melee? Yeah, I never have an issue with living in content. It's really nice. Hey Safari, did you request a guild invite yet? I can't remember if you answered that. Shoot, man, I knew that was gonna happen. Such bad spawns sometimes. I seriously need to just start leaping out when they're bad, but you only get like a millisecond to react, so. No pet path about. Oh shoot. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I never played Hunter before, surprisingly. I thought about playing BM just to see what it's like, because it always seems so easy. And I was like, dang, you can move while casting. It's basically like ranged melee at that point. Like, that's really cool. But I never got around to playing it. I think there was 2 stacked on each other, man. This is crazy. Do I have combat text on? I might need to turn that off. It's combat. I feel like something's causing me not to see what's going on. What if... Let's try this. I am going to hide this. Shoot. How do you hide this ish? I don't even actually know how to hide weak bars. Screw it. It's hard, yo, Frosty. It's tough, but I feel like it's doable. I feel like it's majority mechanics. You know, not on my druid. Oh, so you're in the guild on a character though, or is? Okay, we got this. This is the kill right here. Trust. Just trust, you know? Okay. I was too busy trying to focus on using defensive. That was starting to hurt. I should have just popped the health pot there. And I would be using drums every pull, but it's such a waste of drums when I'm not getting close to killing her. I guess if I get it down pack like pretty good, might be a good time, but you just gotta play so perfect. Hey, you ran with some? How was the healing feeling? No way, man. Thought it was that one behind me. I wonder, it's not possible to turn off that thing where Bran like puts the big golden thing out. I feel like I can't see anything when he does that. I don't think so. Drives me crazy. I'll give it a couple more tries, take a little break from trying to kill her. Ouchie. Oh no, it was there. Okay. I'm getting a little better at the dashers. Little bit. I mean, of course, things will be great when we get more gear, do a lot more damage to her. You know, that's a long time to be fighting to only do 13%. But I'm also not going in with full cooldowns every time. I'm just kind of pulling to get. Yeah, I'm running the single target build from last tier since I don't have any tier set. I wish I had tier set to play around with. I'm really missing PTR right now, let me tell you. Like, really missing PTR at this moment. It just doesn't feel the same. It was so much fun. Okay, here we go. It's like you can't make micro adjustments at the last second or else it doesn't care. It's just gonna kill your dumb ass. Okay. I didn't kill the other question mark bosses because I didn't think it was very fun. Like, they didn't seem interesting to me, and I kind of hated the one with the underpin, that one. But this one's actually pretty fun, so I'm gonna grind this one out. I just have to I have to stop being so jerky with my mouse. I think that's what I'm doing. Okay. That's so messed up to put one directly behind me. Like, I hate when it does that. No, I was trying to formulate like a plan where you spawn them, and as they spawn, like, you move fully in, like, leap in one direction, and maybe you can get them all straight ahead. It does not work. I was hoping that might be a strat. So, single target damage was really, really good in PTR for Slayer. I was, well, actually, I don't know if you saw it. Let me pull it up. I'll link it to you. Just so you can see what Slayer with Lust looks like. Let me see here. Here we go. This here. This was a pretty good example of Fury's single target damage. I don't know if you saw this one. That was pure single target with Lust, with pretty much every relevant raid buff. And you can sustain those numbers pretty well as well. And then into execute it's about as good, so that's a pretty darn good indicator. I'm gonna die. Oh no, man. Okay. It's such like a mouse accuracy game there, actually, because when they put it like one at 3 o'clock, then one at 9 o'clock, then one at noon, it's like, bro, holy. Yeah, it does some damage. It does some damage. Let me tell you, I am so hyped for our raid performance because nobody's done any raiding since we were kind of undertuned. And then, let's see, we got a 5% aura buff. We got a 15% blade storm buff. We did get an execute nerf, but that's okay. It was like 10%. We got a whirlwind buff, which isn't really going to do much, except for like when you have to do filler. But what else did we get? I feel like we got some other things for Slayer. Oh, Slayer Strike got a buff. Also get Reap the Storm at 150% effectiveness is a buff because we're going to be using plenty of Raging Blows in Raid. So when I tell you we're going to be pumping in Raid, I think we're really going to be pumping in Raid. And I'm nervous that we might pump a little too much because then we're in nerf territory. But nobody's been able to test the Raid damage of Warrior since they were kind of like weak. So we'll see how it turns out, but yeah, it's very fast. Yeah. It was a ton of fun. I really like Slayer, and that's why I wish it did better on multi-target, because it's actually a lot of fun in Mythic Plus as well. But you know, it is what it is. Let's do some of these world quests.
Energy
I'll go back to Thane. Oh.
Use this refined fireball.
So in our first M0 week, here's what we got. So I got a Sack Brood. I'll take that. Got Signet of the False Accuser, Base Mastery with emphasis on Mastery pretty heavily. Ring. Radiant Necromancer's Band, which is Verse Mastery with a heavy amount on Mastery. This in Wowhead is our Abyss rings. I can't believe I got them both. Now granted, this is only going to matter. It's only going to take me to like, what, 704 item level or 701? But, so I got these two. I got the Sack Brood. I got these 681 gloves, Haste Mastery, that I'm going to be upgrading. And I got these plate wrists that I would love to upgrade, but I'm out of currency now, so I can't really just spam upgrades. But might be a stupid question, but I'm still in the heroic dungeon era of leveling. Okay, should I be taking arms as my loot spec in order to get a two-hand? Yeah, always. Honestly, if you're planning on playing Fury, never ever leave arms loot spec. It's kind of silly that they haven't fixed that yet, but you have no use for a one-hander. I would say the only reason that you might want to go Fury loot spec is if you want to off-spec prot, and so you don't mind the possibility that you get a one-hand, and then once you get it, go back to arms anyway. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but we pretty much live in arms spec. As you can see, I'm in arms spec, so I'm so stuck. I want to play Feral simply because it has way more self-heals, but Fury is so much more fun. Where 25-second CD on your only active heal feels bad. Well, let me see if I can persuade you some. So, yeah, you're absolutely doing it right, yep. So, a couple things here, right? Number one, let me just show you a couple of talents, okay, and see if this helps you out. Impending Victory is, while it is 25 seconds, is a massive heal. That thing is huge. Okay, boom. Spell Reflect can completely negate many abilities that would hit you, because rather than just reducing their damage, depending on what it is, like if you're getting cast on by a mob or something like that, it can literally completely negate it and reflect it back. So there's number two on as far as like kind of healing. A couple things here. So you got Second Wind. This is something that you can talent into, because you can move some of these talents around if you want. It's not super flexible, but you can. This is that when you're out of combat for a certain amount of time, it heals you a ton. So like last tier on Dark Flame Cleft against the Candle King, for example, we always had that heal absorb on us, and it was really hard to heal up. This right here, because you didn't take damage all of the fight of Candle King, but you'd always be low HP, this literally kept us at like 100% HP the whole fight. Even on like the 19 that I ran, it's crazy how OP this was. So here's one form of healing that we get. We have this here, which is that we get extra leech. As you can see, I have 4% leech, so you're just going to be passively healing like all the time. Then I'm going to add in Bloodthirst, that it heals 3% of your health in general, which as our health gets more, 3% gets more and more value. So every time you use one of our most used abilities, you're literally just healing for 3% of your health, so that's nice. And then of course you have this here, Enraged Regen. So the thing about Enraged Regen is it's actually such a low cooldown, and because we're so beefy because of Spell Reflect and Impending Victory, you can use it almost any time that you have something serious going on, and it'll be back up when you need it again. It's like such a good cooldown, and then just immediately sending Bloodthirst. Between that, your Leech, your Impending Victories, and then you know, a health pot to fill in the gaps, we're super beefy and shouldn't really ever have any issues. So that's my sell on warrior for defensive capabilities. There's not many things that can kill us unless it's a one-shot. So yeah. Okay, let's do this world quest. So, shoot, I already did this darn quest. Thought I did this like yesterday. Guess not. I'll flamethrow these bugs. Also, coming from a hunter, I feel nearly unkillable. Yeah, it's nice, and a lot of the healing, like, so for example, if I just looked at Fury from like a baseline. Oh, I forgot one of our best defensives. Let me finish my rant, and then I'll tell you about our last defensive, which is like insanely good. If I just looked at Fury from like a baseline defensives, I would probably think to myself, okay, we have a 20% DR on magic damage. We have a 2-minute cooldown, 30% reduced damage, and what's it called? You know, a heal during that window of getting the reduced damage. That's cool and all, but like, what else do we have? Okay. So we have everything that I mentioned. We have the leech, which means that all of your damage is going to be healing you passively. Two other things. We also have defense stance. So even though we take a damage cut by using it, you can swap in and out of D-stance whenever, and it's an immediate 15% DR, which is a lot. That's very useful. 15% damage reduction. And then another thing that I forgot is this, one of our best talents right here. So War Paint. Whenever you're enraged, which should honestly be like 98%, maybe even higher of the time that you're in combat, you're going to have a 10% reduced damage because whenever we're enraged, we just get 10% reduced damage just because. And so all of those things adding up make us like, it's like literally unstoppable. It's crazy. Now, I don't know much about what Feral has. I'm guessing you have Frenzied Regeneration. You got Bear Form for like DR. You've got Regross that you can cast on yourself. Shoot, I don't know what all Feral has. Guess you need to throw in some health pots. I hit when I get the last mob and I have a dot on me and get killed. Yeah, so oh shoot. So look, I have them here. Super cheap. 187 of them. I run through them like candy. They're basically a full health heal, and they come in so clutch if you don't use them. So I have a mouse like this, right, with all these side buttons. I just put it on 0 right here, 10, 0, and anytime I need it, I'm just like, bink, just without a thought. If I know I'm getting low, just boom, full health right away, immediately, full health. It's unmatched. Health pots are like a non-negotiable. Use them. Get used to it. It is so worth it. You will honestly never find yourself dead again. They're just so good, I swear. And 5-minute cooldown, by the time you need them again, like, they're back up. Because as warriors, we just don't get in death range very often. And if we happen to, you know, that's okay. Just pop a health pot. And of course, we got Rallying Cry, so like, I use Rallying Cry for my teammates a lot because I never have to worry about dying. But if you want to be like a little bit more like selfish player and keep yourself alive, especially in like Mythic Plus, you can just use your health, use the Rallying Cry to, you know, keep yourself alive on like the last tick of a pulse. For example, let's say you're out of defensives on second boss of Dawnbreaker, right? That's the one. I'll just show you so that we're all on the same page about what I'm talking about here. So we're talking about, shoot. Am I blind? Here we go. This guy, Anubikaj. This big guy here. He does an overlap where he puts out an orb that goes rolling and then it hits a wall and explodes for damage. And right after he does the orb, while it's rolling, he does a big AoE pulse. And that can hurt a lot. And so if you know that you're out of defensives and you're going to be hurting from him doing that, shoot, just toss out a Rallying Cry and it'll keep you alive through an extra pulse damage than you would have been alive. So shoot, just use that ish selfishly. Screw it. Got to keep yourself alive. Where the heck are all these weapons? Oh, there's some. Oh, that's that one guy. Alright, let's round some of these people up. You. You. Nope. I feel like I don't see any weapons anywhere. Oh, here's some. I'm just literally blind. Yeah, so I always get surprised, right? So if I'm running, like, let's say last year when I'm running 19s, and shoot, things start to hurt. I mean, it's no joke that things do start to hurt. Even as warrior, we start to feel it. It's pretty easy to live, but you know, if you don't do things right, it can be tough. So with that being said, anytime that I see a hunter living all the things that I'm sweating living, I'm like, yo, if I'm sweating living this stuff, how are you doing it? Because I feel like hunters don't have all that much in the defensives department. You got an immunity, you got that, what's that like bandage ability that pretty much bandages you up. And I don't know what else you have. Like, does Feign Death give you like a damage reduction or something? I'm not sure. Sort of just like, what the heck? I don't know how y'all be living in the high keys. You know what I can't believe? That after this patch, it's midnight. Like, we're going straight to midnight after this. How is that even possible? It just feels crazy that we have a new expansion coming that soon. And it's supposed to be like a massive expansion. Like, I don't know, maybe like a redefining time for WoW, potentially. It's just crazy that we're in the thick of the patch before that already. It just doesn't feel like it. Because I don't think there's going to be a Season 4 like there has been in the past. So it's like, what in the world? Is that one? Nope. Nothing over here, nothing over here. Here's one. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to steal your weapons. This. You guys got any weapons on you? Just one. I ain't talking to you. Hunter has oh yeah, the exhilarate. That's okay. Survival of the fittest. Is that like a passive thing, or is that actually like a usable one? Oh, what's up, Sam? How's it going? Trying to find some weapons. Trying to find some weapons. I'll just kill these guys. Round them up. Come here. Oh, okay. 2 minute. I see. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. Yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised still that I've never dabbled in Hunter. I think I got scared off to Hunter when I played a couple different range specs and was like, ooh, I think I like melee way more. And so, but if I played BM, I think I'd really like it. I think this is probably worth doing too. I'm guessing it gives a rep. I might as well go do it. You know, it'd be fun. Put on war mode and see if I just insta die. Let's try it. Giga tanky. It's just old propaganda from when they got zoinked. So that's funny because all I ever used to hear is we're so squishy, all we do is die, and then now I just never see them die. So that's actually kind of funny you say that. I totally believe what you're saying. That they just are trying to roll with that. They're like, yeah, we just always die, and they never die. Because they run some pretty darn high content and they're chilling. I'm always wondering how they're chilling. I'm like, yo, y'all are tanky. Oh. What's up here? Oh, this is like a little PvP spot. Can I turn war mode on here? No. Shoot. That would be fun to do war mode or something. Dragonflight, the War Within both have massive defensive creep. Yeah, true. I know. I feel like disgustingly like durable as Fury, but when I will say now I'm not very like well versed on arms, to be honest, but like when I play arms I do feel a lot more vulnerable. It's probably because I don't use D-stance, like swapping to D-stance very often, so that's probably something to do with it, because I feel like arms probably relies on that a bit more than Fury does, because we just have, I mean, what, you get healing from deep wounds from arms I think is a big one, but they don't have the leech we have, I don't think, so it's not well, deep wounds should be up a lot, so I don't know. Stock up on the new healing pot. Invigorating health potion has double the value. Really? Oh, dang! I've just been using this thing. I guess 3.8 mil health isn't really all that much anymore, is it? Invigorating. Shoot, I'll hearth out of here right after I finish this. Just gotta kill like 7 more of these ethereal things. Thanks for the tip. I didn't even realize there was a new health pot. It seemed like they were keeping all the same consumables. Like they're using the same base mats. Just, I kind of thought it was interesting. They added in these Phantom Bloom mats, and you can use the Phantom Blooms to buy the actual mats for crafting by the looks of it, which is kind of an interesting way to do that. I don't know if that's how they've been doing it. I've kind of been out of the crafting game, but dang, yeah, I'll go buy them. Health pots are crazy, man. There was a time, it was, I want to say it was beginning of the first patch of the War Within, the Narrowbar Palace, or maybe it was the end of Dragonflight. I wasn't using health pots at all. I just thought, like, I don't need them, but I would die to stuff all the time in higher keys. And then, you know, my brother, he always tanked for us, and he was like, oh, I use health pots. I'll be eating them like candy. I'll tear them up. He was a blood DK, and he's like, I'm always eating health pots. So I said, you know what, I'll try these things out. Yo, they're crazy. Oh. I wonder if there's anything cool to phase in for this. Oh, you know, there's only just a million more of these. Well, this would have been much easier if I knew it. It's 5 minutes. Epic cloak fibers. Ooh, is that how? I think I've seen some people with higher cloak item level than me, like 711 maybe or something like that. Is that how they're doing that?
When Teres is ready, we will reclaim this land. Will it be a peaceful land?
Yeah, so it's a 5-minute cooldown on the pot, but it doesn't share the cooldown of like your battle pot and stuff. I want to go back and try to kill Kai'Veza. Man, it's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, wait, I stayed in the phase dive. Well, this is interesting. I wonder if somebody's already scoured all the corners of this place to see if there's any big secrets. Probably. What's up, guys? I want to say that I was saving that guy from being attacked by these two, but I killed him first, so it doesn't really apply. Sorry, man. Sorry, untethered swarmer. Just out here doing some charity work. 707? Yeah, that's what mine is. There's a bug with an add-on that lets you go to 714, but you can... Oh, I see, okay. But you can just get epic fibers crafted. They give you more secondary stat. Oh. Well, that's pretty cool. And people had the mats for that already? That's pretty sick. Yo, I got pretty lucky on gear so far, even though this is the wrong time to be getting lucky on gear. But I got the 2 rings that, you know, the new Wowhead thing is saying are BIS at like max, which I don't know if they'll end up being BIS for me. It'll all just depend how the gear shakes out. But I got these in my M0 run. And then I got sack brood, kind of vibing. Let me go over to Dornagal. I need to start playing like some shooter games again to get my mouse accuracy good. Revive my mouse accuracy for this Kai'Veza fight. It's just nuts. This will be a good time. I'll go ahead and I'll check out the health pots you were talking about. Invigorating. Were they around in season 2? Don't tell me they were around in season 2 and I've been using underpowered ones this whole time. Calculated. Calculated.
My directive is to serve
Fiber. Invigorating. Oh, 6.4 million. Sign me up. Yeah, I'll just do 300. Yeah, she will. I hope that she always one-shots if you don't look at the clones, though, to keep it difficult. Because I feel like she's not even that hard. Like, I can live through all the damage. It's just that I keep messing up the stupid spacing the darn clones quick enough. Oh, the work. Oh, shoot, the workstation. Oops, my bad. You're right, you're right. Like, for crafting. I didn't even...
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Fiber. Oh, like, I see. And it gives you extra? So, like, for example, the Verson that I have in right now, the Dexterous. Oh. Pure Dexterous Fiber. Shoot, that's actually nuts. No, nobody's talking about that. What the heck? I haven't seen anyone... Shoot, I should have wrote down what the recipe was. Hold on. Wait, that's actually OP.
For Outlanders.
Nobody's talking about that issue. Not kidding. 5 adorning and 5 exquisite. 5 adorning, 5 exquisite.
My directive is to serve you.
5 of these. 2 gold.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
Exquisite. Yeah, this one. 5. Get all 4. Oh, true. Shoot, I should have looked. Is it the same mats for each of them? I didn't even look. 1701 with the... Okay. And this is giving me how much? Like, shoot. Like 1300, I think? Something like that. I don't even know how to check. Man, I'm so ill.
My prices to be reasonable.
Yo, what's up, Vintage? Just put in a public order and tip 500 gold. They'll make it in 30 seconds. Taylor's cashing in. Yeah, if I do public orders, I always like to leave some gold. People will help me out. I was once that person. Well, not me. Forgetting to check my mailbox like always.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, my foot bomb dispenser thingy. You be on Twitch more so we can sub? Yeah, I know. It's such a constant struggle for me. I was thinking of just going pure Twitch streams instead of YouTube. It's just, like I said, like I was talking, well, I don't know if you probably didn't hear my rant earlier. I'm having such a conflict, like, internally on what I should do. Like, I like streaming on YouTube because it draws people towards the videos, which is where I'm focusing a lot of my energy. But I like doing Twitch streams because I have, like, a channel built there with years of history and emotes and all of those things, and so obviously Twitch is really nice too. And so I don't know, I'm still trying to I'm still trying to figure this issue out, like, and what I want to do.
My directive.
Dang, that's cool. Thanks for the tip. That's huge. Yeah, I'll get each of them. I'm sure throughout like the patch, at least the early gearing part of the patch, I'll be switching between them depending on what stats I need at the time. I found you from shorts. Yeah, you know, like YouTube was really low key for me. It was just getting like 50, 60 views here on a video here and there, just uploading my runs. And then I was like, I've never tried uploading a short before. Let's just give it a shot. And so I uploaded a short, and that is like zoomed to like 500 views or something. It wasn't anything crazy, but I was thinking to myself like, yo, this is sick. Like I gotta do shorts. And then ever since then, I just wanted to kind of take off a bit with YouTube. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy making the videos. And so I made like the Warrior Guide, which I made before. My last one got like 5K views. Oh, it took me, that was like 3 or 4 months ago I put that up. Now this one is looking to be really good. I put a lot of work into it. Shoot, that issue was like 42 minutes long. I was like, dang. But I'm really enjoying making content. It's been a lot of fun. So I just got to figure out how to weave in Twitch with it all. I just get nervous that people from YouTube aren't ever going to find out that I'm on Twitch. I don't really know how to like cross promote that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I could do multi-streaming. It's for Streamlabs, it's $27 a month, which honestly I don't mind paying if it feels like it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't mind streaming on both. I think OBS, like regular OBS, allows you to multi-stream like for free. I don't know. But yeah, for those of you that are like newer around here, I'm like sort of a retired full-time Twitch streamer. I used to stream League of Legends and host League of Legends tournaments all the time. Back in the day, all I did was stream. I didn't even work. Like I did it full-time. Tons of fun. Used to be a blast, and then kind of like retired and got my life situated, and now I'm kind of just easing my way back into having fun on WoW. So that's where we're at. Making sure with some background stuff and a big thing saying watch me live. True, like true. You know, you ever seen those shorts where people will do whatever their content is for the short, and then right at the end of the short they do like a little, it's almost like a little signature sign off where it like will put like check me out live or something, and then it's like their Twitch handle and the Twitch logo so that people know. That is something that I could definitely do. Just plug Twitch at the end of every video, put a command on Twitch for whatever your most recent video is. That's actually facts. I wonder if I did that for any of my recent videos, because I used to always put like exclamation point video in there. Let me pull up my chat. Exclamation point video. Nah, I don't even have anything on there. That's a great idea. Like link that. Then Twitch people get sent over to the YouTube. That's smart. That's smart. Watch League stream. Yeah, so Safari was a part of all the League shenanigans back in the day. Yo, the League tournaments used to be pretty fun though, Safari. Don't cap. Don't play with me now. What's up, Lightning? I'm Fury Warrior 2. What are you most looking forward to? Have you done much research into what's changing for Fury? Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to going into this next patch? What's not allowed? If you're talking about like plugging videos, you should be able to. You can set up commands with like my most recent video, unless you're talking about something else. So for type of work I do now, I'm basically a supervisor in a snack factory. So I'm like discount Willy Wonka, sort of. It's fun times. And then I'm actually in school right now for cybersecurity. So I got, it's August, so got like 7 months left, and I'll be getting my bachelor's. I kind of want to just run M0s just to like, just feel the power of the Sack Brood. This thing's, I just love playing with Sack Brood, man. I don't know why. It just makes me feel good. I love this trinket. I always have. Really? It's possible. No, I mean, it's possible, but usually Twitch is totally fine with you cross promoting because they understand people tend to have multiple platforms. They just they don't want you cross streaming, especially if you're partnered with them. But that also changed recently, and they made it so that you could. So I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I believe that. I believe that. That sounds on. Yeah, sounds like it could be right. I'm casual and missed 2 M+ mounts. Maybe I'll try. Yo, just go for title. I got you clocked in for title, easy. All right, what was I doing next? Definitely need to. Bink, bink. definitely need to throw these on instead of these washed up old pots. Thank you, Zan, for the tip. Yo, these look kind of crisp. I like this more than those dollar store pots. Oh, the baby's mad. Crit Cake and Max both multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, I do notice that Crit Cake's always co-streaming, and when I saw that, I was like, yep. Because you know what's funny, Zan? I think it was Syl Maryland. I think one of the theory writers in the Discord, right? Or theory crafters. What am I saying? I think he is. He's got the yellow name. I think that's what they are. Anyway, I was in Crit Cake's YouTube stream, just chatting about something. I'm not sure what. Just something random. And he said like, "Oh, what do you think about what did he say? He said like, "Oh, what do you think about Thane or something like right now after the buffs or something?" Like he just asked this simple question, and I was like, "Oh shoot, does this like?" I was just thinking like, "Does Crit Cake know who I am? Like, why is he asking me this?" And I was about to start typing like, "I don't know. I think it's pretty lit." And then I realized. I was like, before I just send this, let me go over to his Twitch chat real quick. So I went over to his Twitch chat, and it shows the log from before. And still Marilyn was in there talking about Thane, and I was like, oh, good thing I didn't respond. I would look like a clown. That's when I realized that he was reading two chats. But now that had me cracking. I was like, I would have looked like such a goofball, that's pretty normal for me, but it would have been hilarious. So, about to get my associates in cybersecurity and my A+. Wait, really? Safari, I didn't know you were doing cyber. What the heck? That's crazy. Wait, do you enjoy it? Tell me about it a little. Do you think I can reach 2K rating as Fury with console port? No shot. You play on controller? What's your rampage bound to? A? You just spamming A all the time? Yeah, I'd easily getting 2K for sure. Wait, is that actually a thing? Console port? I don't think I've ever even heard of that. You prefer keys or rating? So that's a great question, actually. Keys, but last tier was the first tier that for the entirety of it, I had a dedicated raid group that didn't fall apart at all throughout it, and we got CE. I got my first CE ever last tier, which was awesome. Not to mention the tier was easier than most other tiers, so I will always take that into account, but like I actually achieved all bosses killed. That was great. And I got to actually raid out with a whole group. So here's what I'll say. Throughout my entirety of playing WoW, my favorite bit of content has been Mythic Plus. But with a dedicated raid group, yo, Mythic raiding is just so much fun. Like, it's fun timing keys, it's fun climbing IO, but I just don't know if there's any other feeling that's equivalent to killing a boss that you've pulled like 150 times. That's just... First of all, it feels terrible when you're in it. Like, that just sucks. But then when you finally kill it, oh, man. What a great feeling. So, I think Mythic rating's starting to catch up. I only pug in Mythic Plus, and this past season, Fury was not the spec to be pugging in High Mythic Plus. Like, I got 2 19s done, and I got almost all 18s. I had 2 19s and had 2 18s left to do, and I couldn't get invited to any 18s of that I needed. So it just wasn't fun to me. So it's starting to wean a little bit towards like Mythic Raids kind of becoming my favorite. If I had a push group in Mythic Plus, maybe that would be like a no-brainer. That would be my favorite, but I don't know. Oh, yellow names generally just helpful people. I get you. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, he's in there, or they're in there all the time, like super helpful all the time, so that lines up. Keys over raid. Don't diminish your first C. That's sick. It'll be an experience for... Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know, it was fun. You know what I like about getting my first CE? Not that there's anything wrong with like people that just zug throughout a raid, but I got assigned a lot of things, like a lot of soaks. I got assigned a bomb and galley, which, you know what I thought was cool about Gallywix? And I don't know if there's ever been a Zan, you might be able to shed some light on this, because I'm sure you have tons of knowledge of all kinds of raids that I've never even been a part of, because I only started like end of BFA. I don't know if there's ever been a time where you get a mechanic, and if you get that mechanic, you can't die the rest of the fight, or else it's just a doomer for your group. But I got assigned, well, it depends on what prog night, but I was either second or first bomb or whatever you want to charge for a galley, which means that the entire fight I'm just not allowed to die, which was super stressful. But it also like helped me to realize like, yo, your raid group, they believe in you, like they think you're gonna do this thing, and it was awesome. So that really kind of sold me on like, yo, Mythic raiding is sick. Like you're carrying your weight, you're parsing pretty well. Like send it, man. And so I just loved raiding this last tier, and we're really stepping up our game for this tier. And so I'm hoping that we can be competitive and push through. So I'm looking forward to it. Console support, I got my main skill bound to the X, Y, A, B keys. Same 4 skills you have in your main action bar. So you're going Bloodthirst, Rampage, Rage and Blow, and I'm guessing like Thunderblast. How do you use cooldowns? I've been doing Mythic Plus since early Legion. Well, that was apparently like peak M plus, right? That was when everybody loved it. I just barely missed the boat. You know, so my WoW journey started like this. All growing up, I grew up poor family. My mom, single mom, couldn't really afford game subscriptions very much. But in 2004, I was in, I think I was in like 5th grade or something like like 3rd grade. And all my friends were playing like WoW and things like that. But the other half of my friend group was playing RuneScape. And so I grew up playing old school, well, now it's called old school RuneScape, but I grew up playing regular RuneScape, and then I still play old school RuneScape because it was cheaper and my mom actually didn't care about the sub. I couldn't play WoW. Now when I got my first job or started making money working on the farm and stuff, I downloaded in the Deathwing patch of Cataclysm, like the last tier or whatever, and I started a rogue, leveled him to 85, and I remember I was playing Subtlety, and I joined I think it was LFR, I don't even know, but I joined something, and I just remember using, I think it was called Fan of Knives. I don't really play Rogue, but I was just using Fan of Knives nonstop. Like, yo, I'm just killing this guy. Doing nothing. People probably thought I was ill. Anyway, that was my WoW journey. I quit for a while, came back last patch of BFA, and yeah, just been playing ever since. And I love it. Absolutely love it. So, WoW's just great. Firak, Heroic, and Mythic was kind of like that with the seeds. Okay. It's only been since like Halandris that's really become a thing. Interesting. Okay. Halandris, I got to pull Halandris on Heroic, but I didn't have a Mythic group at that time, so didn't get to do that. Damn, look at me not playing the game. Sorry guys, I know yapping. Sometimes I'd like to just take a breath and yap. Let's do if you guys have any content suggestions, I'm down, but I'll start knocking out this Sojourner while we talk. We can just do some of these quests that I have left over. And if anybody has any suggestions, I could run M0s, but I'd be griefing people out of loot, I'm pretty sure, so that'd be kind of messed up. And it's not like I'm testing anything because we're still kind of in the old patch because we don't have set, so unfortunate. Are you Mountain Thane? Do we still use Execute? No Execute. I barely use it now. I feel like Bloodthirst and Rampage has bigger damage, and Thunderblast, but yeah. No Execute in Mountain Thane. I think, I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure like literally anything but Execute it would give you more damage, except maybe Slam. Where's Slam on here? There it is. Look. 193. Yeah, it'll give you more than Slam. Slam's a joke. But yeah, no Execute. What is the state of Warrior in 11.2? If you wanted me to give you like an A to F ranking as far as all of my testing and just my own personal opinion, and if I were to combine Raid and Mythic Plus, like if I'm just telling you in general, where do I put... Well, you say Warrior. Let me start with Fury. I'm going to say Fury's probably like... Combining them... If we're talking best case scenario for Mythic Plus, like you're running a physical comp, I would put us in like A-, actually. If we're just talking all of M+, probably B+. In general, like between that and Raid. Arms is probably like C. They're in a really rough spot right now, so. Stop, here's the thing. That's probably where I would put us. Piznik. Cybersecurity is fun. I've done a lot of networking so far and just started ethical hacking. What a fun class. That was like one of the things that encouraged me to get into Mythic Plus. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, that was forever ago. Yeah, you've been around since I was trying to pick up Warrior. That's funny. Help me with delves? Brother, no shot I'm going into a delve with more than one person. That ish sounds terrible. They scale it up like crazy. That ain't fun. You just gonna have to tough that ish out. You strong. You grown. I believe in you. Yeah. I would say Fury's a great pickup, and if I were to just rate us in what I'm guessing our raid performance is going to be, I actually would give us like maybe a straight up A. I think we're going to be really good in raid. The only downside is that Prot Warrior, unless they get nerfed, is also going to be really good. But I think there will be a case to bring more than one Warrior anyway, so I think Fury will still be really good. Not S tier though, definitely not S, but I'm looking forward to our Slayer damage. I think it's going to be great. What do you want? Emotes or something? What do you want me back on Twitch for? Are you trying to spam emotes or something like that? I'll tell you what. So tonight and tomorrow are my stream days. Tomorrow night I'll stream on Twitch. We'll go to Twitch tomorrow. Hopefully I can see all my YouTube people there too. So around 8:30, 9ish when I go live tomorrow, I'll be on Twitch. It's just YouTube streams, honestly, have just been going a lot better. More of you, I think, get the notification because most of the people that are watching my content currently are here on YouTube, so. But if we can start like scurrying people over to Twitch, I'm all for it. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, well, because everything's consolidated, right? Like, my videos are here, my VODs will be here, everything's here. My guide is here, which draws people in. But if I can find a way to, like, bus people over to Twitch, then I'm all for it. Like, I love streaming on Twitch. Oh, shoot. Let me go get this purple peak. Fly, boys, fly! Da-na-na-na-na. I'm going. This is that, like, purple flower looking. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Let's go! We made it. Nice. Do both and link the chats? I can, I just need to get Streamlabs Ultra, which is like 27 bucks a month. Fury plus Mountain Thane? Oh no, yeah. Yeah, we're like literally Thor. 655 chest. Nothing good. I'm skeptical that DPS Warrior will be good this raid. Well, here's my thing, right? Our damage was decent in the testing, right? Like, just decent. But Slayer's gotten... I mean, we did get an execute hit, but overall, Slayer got some pretty good buffs since then. So, because we just haven't seen it, and I actually don't know too much about the, like, how the ads get funneled in each of the fights. I've watched a little bit, but I don't know, like, if everything lines up very well with our cooldowns or anything like that. So, I'm kind of just taking a guess, but... I don't know, the single target... after the bus, like just in Mythic Plus when I was running with physical comps, when we would lust, it just felt really good. So just curious to see like those Slayer strikes plus the execute, like the sudden death executes, they cook. But I also don't know what the numbers are like for other specs. That's the thing. I'm kind of going off, hey, our damage feels good, but I don't really know what the other specs are doing. So it's very possible that our damage is good, but everyone else is better. I'm just not sure. Alright, yeah, I want emotes. Okay, tomorrow night, don't miss it. Like 8:30ish, 9 o'clock. Don't miss it. We'll be on Twitch. Who wants that Keck W? Yeah, we all like to spam the Keck W when I miss a kick or, you know, do an unenraged Thunder Blast. I get it. I get it. Right? Regret to inform that Rally does not do anything. Yeah, you're not kidding. I made like a video called Top 5 Warrior Wishlist, and on there I was like, please give us like literally right here, just add in one of these things, like where there's two options, and make it 10% to all party members and or not party raid members, or like I don't know 20% health to for a raid or like your party, like your individual party. Literally just give us the option to make it a raid rally or a Mythic Plus rally. I don't know how that would shake out in the end, but that sounds pretty logical to me. But I don't know. I just like rally does feel pretty worthless. It makes me sad. It could be so good. And you know, we try to bring 2 warriors to rotate them, but yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It really doesn't make that much of a difference. It's a little nudge, and can maybe save someone, but it's no AMZ or you know anything like that. So you know, is what it is. DK kind of yeah. Frost DK was nuts, but they got hit pretty hard. The thing though, I don't know about raid. I don't know their single target damage, but in Mythic Plus, even if Frost DK gets brought directly to our level in damage, they still have grip, and there's so many casters in a lot of these dungeons. Like let's just take a look real quick. So what are we looking at here? Especially Priory, grip. Oh my gosh, grip is like hands down one of the best pieces of, as a joke, utility, but you know, utility that you can bring in Priory. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Let's see, Floodgate. Trying to think of grippable mobs that like want to just stand and cast. Maybe some here and there. Halls need the grip, bring it. Ecodome, well, Ecodome's kind of annoying. I hope they patch up some of the dashing around that all the mobs do. I guess that grip can help that, but that's just annoying for melee in general. Actually, really anybody, it's just annoying. Arakara, yeah, grip for those like sentry guys, the ones that just channel and want to set off the alarm. So I think grip is just, it's always going to put DK above unless we get some kind of actual good utility. Yeah, they have B-res. It's only worth us now because it was broken in Shadowlands. Yeah, I remember when it was crazy. Like, that ish was nice. Maybe a little too nice, but just like always, we went from nice to worthless. All right, sorry, too nice to worthless. There's no middle ground. We need the middle ground, please. It is the reason warriors always embrace the world first. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to have a warrior embrace the world first just because of battle shout. So you're gonna have to have one. But I wouldn't say they bring it just because of rally. Although maybe they do. Maybe one of their big considerations is rally, but I kind of doubt it when you could have something else like an AMZ or something extra. They just want that battle shout. Didn't play a warrior on the Mythic Galley, and Echo only played warriors because Revez and Wally are built different. I think I just saw somebody talk about Revez, or I think that's how you say their name. I literally just saw a conversation about them and playing warrior and doing alts or something. That Mug Z though, the real final boss. I really like Galley as a fight. I just I don't know. I enjoyed the fight a lot. I thought it was cool. I think it just needed maybe a tiny bit more difficulty curve to it, and then it would have been great. But I don't know how I don't know what would have been the right way to go about that. Try to make sure I don't miss anybody's chat. If I do, just feel free to type it again. I always say that, like, sometimes my brain moves 1,000 miles a minute, so if I miss a chat, just say it again. Grip, AMZ, or sorry, AMS, B-res, solid damage. We need to be brought up to DKs. So another thing that I mentioned in my top 5 warrior wish list, right? It's like a twofer, or not even a twofer. It's like I would really love one of the two. Of course, I don't know what numbers would make it not broken, but I was thinking how cool it would be to be able to do like a group spell reflect. So we have spell reflect. I feel like a group spell reflect would be pretty cool. I don't know how it would be implemented, but just something to give an AoE group wide magic damage DR. It could be a long cooldown. It could be like a rally-esque long cooldown, like 3 minutes. But that, or spell reflect, but the ability to put spell reflect on someone else, including tanks, which I think would be really cool in Mythic Plus, because if I could do like I don't know, think of like if I could intervene my tank but not get one shot by melees, just something similar to intervene, and them get spell reflect to where they can reflect the next ability. I feel like you could really soak up some damage. One of the things that I've always wanted was for Blizzard to really look into making spell reflect like a skill expression for us. Like, I think so many things should be spell reflectable, and it should be able to really like stack up on our damage meters and be something that like, oh, this guy's really good. He really utilizes his spell reflect. Similar to Theater of Pain. Final boss Theater of Pain, doing that taunt spell reflect on the Reaper Scythe, and then like tank takes back the boss. Something like that, like a skill expression where you're doing it to maximize your damage and it's actually worthwhile. I think that would be so cool, but instead, like Purification, you know those light mobs? Those, they're like, shoot, I don't, what is it, MDT? Let me go to MDT real quick. Method raid tools, where my MDT at? Here we go. I want to go to Priory. So these guys right here, light spawns. Open enemy. These guys, they have this ability, Purification. When this gets cast on me, I should be able to spell reflect it, and they channel it on themselves. Similar to how the Griffins did. I think they were the Griffins of last patch in Rookery, where you could spell reflect their channel on you and they would shock themselves and you'd get some good damage out of it. I should be able to be rewarded for getting a good spell reflect and reading a cast and getting a spell reflection of Purification, and it would, like, you know, nuke down this light spawn. It should be one of our skill expressions, I feel, but I don't know how well that could be balanced. But let me catch up on chat. Don't think they played Fury on Firak either. Echo did play Revez on Firak. Okay. Yeah, I could see it not being for rally. Maybe if they feel like they need battle shout, but oh shoot, something just came through. It's the real Loki. Thanks for the sub. Shoot, I'm used to Twitch. Sorry. Inspiring Presence, was that the extra talent node that gave you like an extra, I forget the percentage, on top of your rally? Are you in a hospital now? This is just the bland apartment. I can be in the hospital though. What's up, Twisted? It feels good. What's up, Loki? Warrior DPS was a real struggle in season 2. It was. In my opinion, some buffing this season is more than valid. We got it. Yeah, we got it. Mass Power Effect is too broken. They had it once. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that they had it before. That's pretty cool. Oh, shoot. It got removed. I don't know why it keeps getting removed. It's like every time I log on, that ish gets removed. I'm sorry. I'll add it back in right now. What's up, Alex? I appreciate you checking out the videos. Let me remember where it is real quick. It's under plugins, right? Plug. Oh, there it is. It's one of these. Action tracker. Bing. Yeah, and I always just leave it over here. I'm sorry that it's gone. No, Fury feels good, Twisted. You know, not Biss or anything, but I would say not in too big of a risk of being nerfed, except for potentially like maybe a stray from like Thane Prot Paladin getting nerfed might hit Fury a little bit, but that just depends if they nerf Thane Prot Pally. So you can have it in the videos too. Yeah, for sure. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. No, that's really nice of you to say. I'm happy you're enjoying them. I'll definitely do my best to, whenever I get on and run keys, to make sure that I have it up. It should have been staying up, but I didn't realize it was down. It must be getting removed, like when I have to do some like updates or something. It must be getting removed. Warrior's in the state it is now because of how good it is. There are just so many awesome Warrior players. They have to, yeah, there are. I mean, we have some players that really push the limits of Warrior, and they make Warrior look pretty good. But overall, it doesn't always shine. I know last year, like, Fury did not have a lot of representation in the top, unfortunately. Let's finish this quest over here, and then we'll fly across the way.
Yes, can I help you?
That's interesting. I'll have to look up the talents that were similar to like a Mass Power Effect, because I can believe that it would be broken. I mean, plenty of people say that Spell Reflect in general is like such an insanely strong defensive, which I believe. So Oh, you've never seen MDT Lightning? I can show you what's cool about it if you'd like, real quick. Let's see. Debating picking up Warrior for the first time. As main, worried it'll be hard to find groups for 16s and later in the season. Currently a DK player, not liking the Unholy changes. Shoot, you're having fallout from Unholy from last season, huh? Well, here's what I'll say. Like, I've been playing Fury and not like title level M+, but like high M+, right? So I ended last tier. I stopped hugging high into Mythic Plus
We have what
after I hit 3640. So I had almost all 18s and I had two 19s in time. And then I stopped doing it because I didn't have a push group. But what I'll tell you about pugging into like the 18 level is it was actually better than I've ever seen it before. I felt like a lot of people were vibing with the physical comp, even though it wasn't like hands down meta. I felt that getting into like that 18 level was a lot more doable in pugs because people were actually playing, like, they wanted to play Mistweaver, they wanted to play Outlaw Rogue, Hunter, and like Guardian Druid or Prop Paladin or whatever. So I don't think you'd have issues getting past like the 16 level, but getting into like title territory, I feel like it's almost a non-negotiable that you're gonna need a push group if you're gonna try to, like, I don't know that Fury is too puggable into title. I was gonna try to do it, but I got so tired of like 2 or 3 hour queue times, I just couldn't do it anymore. It was driving me crazy. So but with that being said, with the physical comps like coming online a bit more, I do think that it's plenty viable for you to play into High Mythic Plus. I don't think you should worry too much about that. It's just more about if you're looking for title, I would just consider trying to find a push group. Little walkthrough for MDT? Yeah, let me pull that ish up real quick. I'll show you how this works. It's really cool. I think more people should know about this anyway, so give me one sec, get somewhere safe. I'll show you. I don't do a lot with it anymore. I used to. So Mythic Dungeon tools, boom. Oh, okay. So this is how people make routes. You ever get those routes that people share, and then you click on them and you can look at them? Well, this is where when you click on them, they go into this, right? This will be like where you can save routes that people have shared to you and then save them for later. Or you can make your own. So this is like default. So a couple things that you can do with this. For example, let me pull up, where's the knight? Should be roaming somewhere. Sharpshooter. Oh, here he is. Arathi Knight. So enemy info. First thing you can do, you can right click here on the knight and then open enemy info. And it shows you all of their abilities and what they do. So Impale and the bleed from Impale, and then Disrupting Shout, which is the big AoE. The other thing you could do is you can create packs to be pulled here. So for example, let's say for the first pool, I want to do these 4 guys and this pack, this pack, this pack, and Suleiman at the, at the stairs, like some people do. I think it's like those 5 packs. Sometimes you skip these guys, but you get what I'm saying. Then you can add pool and say, all right, next I want to do this, this, and Chainmail, which is, like that. That's going to be our second pool, and then, this is how you create a route. Then you can... Shoot. I actually don't know where it is. There's a way to, like, draw on this. Oh, over here. So then you can put an arrow, and... Oh, whoops. Undo. There we go. And then you can put, like... drawing freehand, like, just right, like, here, so that people that are looking at your route, it's terrible, hold on, I'm sorry, here, so that people know this is where you're tanking this first group, so this is how you can craft routes, especially if you want to try out tanking, so that people know what you're going to do before you do it, instead of just winging it. So this is MDT, and you can do it for anything. If you ever just want to start your own route, you just go to default, or as you can see, I have a million floodgates saved here. I mean, it's nuts. So yeah, it's definitely cool. I would definitely look into getting it. Crit Cake, Revez, Agamand, Danny War, Noxiv, Farover, Biz, and many, many more are reasons Warrior got nerfed. I don't know if Blizzard looks just at the top end and then nerfs Warrior accordingly. It's just Blizzard, I feel like they jumped the gun a little bit because we got nerfed pretty hard in Narrowbar Palace because we were nuking ads, right? Like right once those spiders in Anseric would come out, or the webs, whatever, they would just get insta nuked by us and it made our damage look really good. And at that time that was pretty busted, but they nerfed us big time. And then what happens is as the patch goes on, everybody gets strong and those ads get trivialized anyway, and so our niche, like what we were doing good that made us good in those fights, is taken away because if they die before we can actually like pad on them, then we lost our reason for being so good. But then we still caught the nerf. So in my opinion, I think Blizzard jumps the gun a little bit sometimes. Not always. There's times that we're warranted to get something nerfed, but they need to think about what's like the compensation for something, because just because one thing is strong doesn't mean the class as a whole is strong. So, you know, if they're gonna nerf our Blade Storm damage so that we don't explode and like just destroy the webs so much, they might need to compensate elsewhere, or else when everybody scales up, we're gonna fall behind, basically, is what I'm saying. Yeah, Frosty K's solid, Twisted. I played with a bunch of them that were geared in PTR, and they were nuking, but they did get a lot of nerfs, and they got brought back to Earth a little bit. But no, I mean they're still strong. It's looking good. Shoot, where do I turn this in? Oh, this other guy. They're still looking good. Taunt the boss on 30 keys and Spell Reflect for so much. Yeah, the Spell Reflect, yeah, I believe it. People would do that on Theater of Pain, big damage. Yeah. Every season one since like WoD. 7 consecutive weeks. Sheesh. Oh, shoot. I missed this. Whoops, my bad. Gotta go kill somebody over here. That was awkward. No, where are you going? Yeah, Frosty K is gonna be pretty nuts, but I think I was trying to think of what the BIS physical comp was gonna be this tier. You know, last year it was like Mistweaver and stuff. Unbind Umtaha. Okay. I'm thinking it's gonna be Brewmaster. Maybe. Brewmaster, Fury. I don't know, BM Hunter. Outlaw Rogue and Resto Druid, although maybe BM Hunter swaps out for like Enhancement Shaman. Maybe? I'm not sure. Yo, actually, did you see Fury work that me and some other dudes cooked up? Or like recent? Was it like a screenshot of a talent page? Because if so, I think I saw it, but didn't have time when I saw it to read it, and I've been looking for it ever since. If so, feel free to post it, or, I don't know, DM it to me or anything like that. I'd love to check it out. I've been hearing ferals are kind of crazy. Well, that's actually a solid point to bring up. I didn't get to play with very many ferals, so I don't actually know. I'll check it out on stream if you have it, Zan, that I could look at. Oh, I gotta pick one of these. Okay. The long Imgur. Oh yeah, if you send that ish over, here, let me just bump my message to you and just DM it to me. I'll check it out. I probably won't have the most informed opinion on it, but I always love looking at stuff like that, you know. You guys have, the thing about you guys is y'all have such long history of things they've been through and things Warriors had done, so I always try to keep myself humble whenever I talk about anything with Warrior design, because at the end of the day, I've only seen so much and I don't know a ton about design, so there's so many times that I could be thinking something would be good or a change would be good, and I could be just like completely off base. So I always try to stay humble and just know like my knowledge isn't boundless, and
Keep your weapons ready.
that's why I always tell people like anything I say, take that ish with a grain of salt, because I'm probably just yapping. I'm actually probably just yapping, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no rush. I'm thinking Brewmaster, Resto Shaman. I was thinking that too, actually. I was thinking if we brought Resto Sham, because, well, they buff Guardian, but I don't think Guardian's anywhere near Prot Warrior or Brewmaster currently. So I don't think Guardian, so it would either have to be Feral or Resto, because you do want Mark of the Wild. Yeah, if Feral's doing the damage, I could see it, for sure. I know you're a raider, but what are your thoughts on housing? Oh, don't get it twisted. I might like raiding and I might like Mythic Plus, but I like customizing my house all the same. So I am super hyped. And I guess there was some kind of leak that there may be some kind of an incentive to pre-order Midnight, in which case you can get early access to housing. You better believe I'll be getting that early access. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I think that Humble King, yeah, you know, wait, that doesn't sound humble. I mean, yeah, something like that. No, I'm looking forward to it. I think the whole like neighborhood aspect is such a cool thing. The depth of their like creativity that it looks like they've added looks really cool. I'm beyond excited for housing. I'm gonna be diving into that. Y'all might catch me taking some days off of raid for that. Be chilling. Let's see. Everyone come to Moonguard? Absolutely not. I'm not getting baited into Goldshire in with you, buddy. I'm from Final Fantasy 14, so I'm very excited. Oh, how's the can you explain, like, is the housing similar to what you've seen from WoW housing on Final Fantasy? Because I don't know a ton about Final Fantasy's housing, but I know that was kind of like our competitor that we wanted to make sure we one-upped in some aspect. So do we ever use Bladestorm, or should I always keep Ravager? If you're gonna run Thane, you need to keep Ravager. I think there's a couple reasons why, right? So first reason, Ravager allows you to continue like using your own globals during its like existence. Like when you throw it, you can keep using your own abilities while it's doing it, and it'll keep throwing out Bloodthirst. The point of Ravager, or well, one of the cool things about Ravager is that when it throws out Bloodthirst while it's out, it has the chance to proc Thunderblast for you, which is all of our damage in Thane. Well, not all, but like a large amount of it. Bladestorm's cool, but number one, Bladestorm as an ability, even though they did just buff it, it's quite a bit better. But the ability itself just doesn't make up for the Thunderblast that you can get off during your Ravager window that you would be missing out on if you were Bladestorming. So yeah, Ravager's great. This Unhinged, that's the ability that casts the Bloodthirst as it's out. That thing's great, and it causes you to proc Thunderblasts that you can use and farm for big damage. Now in Slayer, it's always going to be Bladestorm, and one of the reasons for that is because if you look, you have Bladestorm talents associated with Slayer that enhance your Rampage. So Bladestorm is a no-brainer on Slayer, but there isn't really anything like that for Thane. Thane likes to, you know, buff your Bloodthirst and really buff your Thunderblast. So if you're going to be Bladestorming, you're not going to be able to be Thunderblasting. Excuse me, you're not going to be able to be Thunderblasting, and that's an issue. So, Oxy, would you live next to me? Dang, you want to share a neighborhood, Safari? That's so nice of you. Yeah, I would live next to you, man. I would. I wonder, like, if there's gonna be limits. Like limits on the amount of people in the neighborhood. I didn't look into any of that kind of information. Yeah, like exactly what I'm doing right now, right? Like, because I can hardly quest when I just want to talk to you guys. So I didn't need to kill him again. Whoops. So I end up just kind of standing here and yapping rather than doing anything. If I was just chilling in my house with some meat or something, yo, that sounds sick. I would do that. Sign me up. I use Bladestorm over Ravager to immune slow or a lot of other niche mechanics. So you use Bladestorm for utility. Okay. Hey, I get it. I mean, I don't know what the damage loss is on it compared to using Ravager, but hey, Bladestorm's an awesome ability. Like, I really enjoy using Bladestorm, so I don't blame you for using it. I'm just going off more of like what's considered better, but wow, Crush Final Fantasy. Oh shoot. The only player-owned housing I'm familiar with is from old school RuneScape. And my house is trash, actually. My construction level is only like 75. Because I'm broke. Because I'm broke. That's a fact. Till I get tier pieces, I need to run Thane. Yeah. Yeah, you could... I mean, you could honestly run either. Like, Thane's going to be better just because Thane was better in, like, Mythic Plus and stuff in last tier. But you could run Slayer with the old tier, and the content that you're doing, it isn't going to matter which one you run, so you can run either. It's not like you're trying to compete in this content right now, but yeah, when Mythic Plus and Raid release next week, I would probably run Thane in Mythic Plus and Slayer in Raid, just like we did before, which is going to be what we're doing anyway, so. WoW housing will for sure be better. Yeah, it looks like they're really cooking up a storm. Big no. You need add-ons to move around stuff? Oh, that's annoying. Specifically vertical positioning. Okay, so like if you wanted to put a shelf higher, for example, is that what you're saying? Or if you're, or are you saying like if you wanted something to float? I DM'd you the tree if you're interested. There's also hero trees, but all you need to know is that Slayer is more focused around execute instead of Bladestorm. And Thane yoinked Season 3 tier for Capstone. Oh, this ish is wild. Hold on. Let me open this in the browser. I'll pull this up. Check this out real quick. Let's take a little break from this quest line. If I can get it to open. Shoot. My technical abilities are being tested right now. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Alright, guys. I think I got this up here. Let me make sure. Let's read through this real quick. I'll read it, and y'all can follow along. I need to... Let's do... Pink. Okay. Let me make sure I don't need to catch up on chat real quick. I'm from Moonguard, but I barely go to the infamous Goldshire. I spent some time in the Goldshire Inn. I'm never going back. I've seen things. Yeah, thanks for sending this over, Zan. I appreciate it. Skywriting glyph above me? Hold on. No time to waste. What, up there? Oh, I hear it. It's dinging. Oh, is it under here? Hold on, I'm kind of ill. Y'all gotta bear with me for a second. Aha! Well, that ain't up high like I thought it was gonna be. Okay, let's take a look at this Fury rework here. See what y'all think. Okay. Let me make sure I have chat up so I don't miss anything. Alright, Fury rework by Zan and Cone. Baseline changes. Bloodthirst and Raging Blow move to baseline. Okay, so you don't have to waste the talent on them. That's nice. Almost seems like that should be a no-brainer. I like that. Love hearing people's... But yeah, for sure. Current improved Whirlwind moved to baseline. Okay, so you don't have to spend 2 talent points on Meat Cleaver. Yeah. Cool. So Meat Cleaver's baseline, pretty much. Or is that improved Whirlwind? Shoot. I might be forgetting. Sorry, it's the other way around. My bad. So yeah, improved Whirlwind moved to baseline. Meat got it. Cool. Pull chat back up. So, Bloodthirst now triggers Enrage off of critical strikes. Cool, some incentive for crit. That's nice. So, that's almost similar to like how Fresh Meat can enrage you. Like, it wouldn't be immediate like enrage off of every Bloodthirst, but the higher crit you have, technically, the higher chance of getting enraged from it, you would have. Is that kind of what you're saying? So not quite as often and predictable as fresh meat, but a little more predictable than just a flat percentage chance. Raging Blow is now limited usage ability that is usable whenever you trigger enrage. Okay, you gain 1 stack of Raging Blow per activation. Interesting. So you get enraged, and then you're able to use Raging Blow. So you can't use Raging Blow outside of enrage. Okay. Recklessness move to baseline, increase rage regeneration or rage generation by 50%. Okay. Haste by 20%. And crit strike chance by 20. So you're adding in the haste increase. So it feels like a little baby lust. Gives a regular crit instead of spell crit. Okay. So so the way that Recklessness reads is that it increases the chance for abilities to crit based off, it increases granting your abilities 20% increased crit strike chance for 16 seconds. So is changing the wording of that to just increasing your crit strike chance, does that like include auto attacks and stuff then? Is that the point behind that? Because that's interesting. I didn't even thought about the fact that it's just based off your abilities. Spell crit like you put here. Maybe less to make up for it, taking 100% rage gen to 50. Yeah, I see. That's cool. Everybody likes feeling faster when you pop a cooldown. I think that's smart, because when you pop a cooldown, it's nice if you just start doing more damage, but if you start feeling like your abilities are accelerating, that's what really feels good to me. So I could see the haste increase feeling nice. Ravager moved to baseline. Okay, 0 interaction, generates rage, and does medium AoE damage. Avatar removed. Bye-bye. Roar and Spear removed. Adios. Defensive moved to class tree. Okay, so got it. Slayer and Thane to be determined. So the philosophy behind this is that this rework aims to marry some of the most beloved versions of Fury from over the years, taking heavy inspiration from MoP, Legion, and BFA. The aim of the core rework was to return to a time where Bloodthirst was our main button, with Raging Blow functioning as a support, like when you're enraged, supporting filler ability. Heavy focus was put into giving Fury back its identity of having strong cooldowns and capped AoE damage, specifically with ways to get around those caps when you need the damage the most. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a step in a great direction. The left side of the tree is comprised of mixed Bloodthirst and Raging Blow synergy in the top 2/3, with things like Tomb of Sargeras tier and Bloodthirst CDR when pressing Raging Blow. Got it. So Raging Blow reduces the cooldown of your Bloodthirst, so you can use them more frequently. Got it. Slowly transitioning into a bleed-heavy meat grinder driven by pressing Bloodthirst as much as possible. Battlecry. Extend the ground. Like a BFA season 4 with Cold Steel Hot Blood. Yeah, you trying to hide from me? Yo, what's up, Arkini? No, I'm not hiding. What's up, dude? I'll be on Twitch tomorrow night. We're doing just a YouTube stream tonight, so that's why we're here. The right side of the tree has a heavy focus on all things execute related. So right side of the tree. Okay, I'm just peeking at some of these talents while I'm reading this real quick. Okay, getting a general idea here. With some original ideas combined from some throwbacks to fan favorites like Legion Massacre and the the legendary Valarjar Berserkers. See, I'm not familiar with Valarjar Berserkers or the Tomb of Sargeras tier, so I might have to look that up afterwards just to see what they do for reference. The center is focused on nothing in particular, only serving to augment and complement both playstyles. So you can kind of like take your tree in one direction or the other, or meet in the middle a little bit for a little bit of both, depending on where you want to allocate your points. Also, no more cringe stat nodes. That's funny. Okay, cool. Just kind of looking at some of these. Some of them are familiar, some of them aren't, but I can kind of see the general vibe of where each direction is going. It was a legendary that made Rampage crit strikes generate rage. Okay, so you're putting a lot of emphasis just from reading on crit. Crit's definitely... So, looking at this, unless you go over it in here, what would be stat prio? Like, does stat prio typically stay the same with this, or does crit get like a lot more priority in like a theory crafted build like this? Just out of curiosity, because as long as I've played Fury, it's been like Actually, that's a good point, because back in end of BFA, weren't we like going crazy on crit? I feel like I was. So I think there was a time where crit was like very important. So I'm just curious if like all of this emphasis on crit means that you'd actually be like sort of prioing crit quite a bit to get that extra feel from it. All good. I was just joking. I know. I'm just feeding back into you. You're all good. Was heading to bed and saw the live. All right. See you, Arkini. I will hopefully catch you tomorrow on Twitch. Thanks for stopping in, man. Sleep well. Crit mastery. A lot of the tree has supplemented haste. Gotcha. Especially from utilizing recklessness in general gives you haste, which is cool. All right. Let's run through this checklist here. So X equals placeholder value CBA tuning. Slaughtering strikes. Your bloodthirst cast. Oh, so okay. All right. Your bloodthirst cast grant 1 stack of slaughtering strikes. Okay, so that emphasizes casting bloodthirst as much as possible, and rampage cast grant 2 stacks of slaughtering strikes. Each stack increases the damage of your next execute by a percentage per stack. Nice. Okay. So X is so you're saying no clue how many stacks would be balanced basically for that. So, but I like the idea of that. Just through your general rotation, you're gonna be stacking up your execute damage. Cool. Massacre. Execute no longer costs rage. Okay, and generates 20 rage. Execute critical strikes cause your next. This is the you said throwing back to the Legion Massacre, right? Was it Legion Massacre node? So this must be how it was in Legion. I think you said Legion. Critical strikes cause your next rampage to have a percentage increased crit strike chance. So that's going to cause the rampage strikes to crit more often. Nice. Okay, I can see how it all feeds into each other. And deal an increased percent of damage. Got it. Mastery greater than crit. Okay. Stacking crit crowd. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I see how all the crit and like how it all feeds back into each other. This is cool. I like it. I like the ideas here. Improve Raging Blow. So gaining in Rage grants 2 stacks of Raging Blow. Max out 4 stacks. Cool. Odin's Fury. Oh, let's see what you did with Odin's Fury here. Unleashes your power, dealing high damage. Had to put that one in there. Physical damage, and then an additional physical damage for over 4 seconds to all enemies within 12 yards. Deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets. Nice, like that. Right now they reduced it down to 5, right? So that's sad. I think it was 8 in Dragonflight? I wanted to pull up. I won't go back in a while. I'll keep it up here so I don't have to keep tabbing out, but I think it was 8, or maybe it wasn't just straight up uncapped in Dragonflight, was it? But I just remember it feeling good, like really good. Legion Massacre was execute crits, make your next rampage free. Dang, did you have issues with overcapping rage if you're not spending it on the rampages then? Like if it's free, or could you just like back-to-back rampage basically? Like you just like boom, boom, but like boom, 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 like you're playing the drums. Screenshots of BFA Season 4 where I had 75% crit without any cooldowns. Yeah, I think I had similar from the corruptions. It was nuts. Okay. Alright, interesting. Cool. Corpses for the pile. So when Massacre is consumed, so up here, number 2, when Massacre is consumed, gain an additional amount of slaughtering strike stacks and refund an additional percentage of rage spent on rampage. Nice. So it keeps your rage gen like up from giving refunds. I like that. Raging Blow reduces the cooldown of Bloodthirst by X amount of seconds. So what's the... I don't know if you mentioned it. What would be like the base cooldown for Bloodthirst in this kind of build? Because I see incentives for trying to get your Bloodthirst back, and I'm so used to Bloodthirst being like a 4 or 5 second cooldown, something like that. Is this where Bloodthirst is going to be like kind of like a longer cooldown where you're trying to like get it down as much as possible? I'll keep moving here. So Cold Steel Hot Blood, Bloodthirst critical strikes generate 4 additional rage and cause the target to bleed. Leech for a percentage of the bleed, and additional applications add to the damage total. Okay, cool. Same CD, 4.5 seconds. Hasted. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Titanic Might. So this is the Odin's Fury, like capstone or whatever those talents below them are called. Odin's Fury causes your next 3 Bloodthirsts to deal a percentage increased damage and have a percentage increased crit strike chance against its primary target. That's a cool way to implement Titanic Might. Nice. Is Bloodthirst our main filler or Raging Blow? Because my talents tell me I can use Raging Blow more. In previous, well, to be honest, in all of Thane, you just want to make sure that you have Thunderblast. After we get the 4 set, it's gonna be always Bloodthirst. You just want Bloodthirst. In previous, I think you could still fill with Raging Blow because we're still using the old tier. Okay. In current, yeah, I mean, you just want to make sure that you have Thunderblast procs. If you have a Thunderblast, I mean, you can use Raging Blow. In most content, you're gonna end up running through it all anyway. But you want to make sure that you aren't that you're using Bloodthirst when you need to get Thunderblast back, because that's what can proc it. Gotta make our way through this. So, Storm of Steel. For 10 seconds after activating Odin's Fury, attacks that would hit 4 or 7 additional targets cleave all nearby enemies for a percentage of damage. So you get like a damage window here. Attacks that would hit 4 or 7 additional targets cleave all nearby enemies. That's cool. So you get like a little like a nuking AoE window after Odin's Fury. I like that a lot. I hadn't seen that before. Frenzy, so it's similar to Frenzy from before. It's a haystack, stacks build and fall off independently. Oh, so if you are letting Frenzy fall off, it's gonna fall off one at a time. Stacks past 5 provide. Oh, so you can keep stacking it, but it's just diminished. Interesting. Ashen, execute increases the crit strike chance of execute by a percentage for 15 seconds. Cool. Yep. VC, so Bloodthirst deals a percentage of increased damage to enemies that are below 20%. So for that, 20% got it, not 35%. Bloodthirst increases the damage of your next Raging Blow by a percentage. 2 times the percentage for 15 seconds, stacking up to 2 times. Got it. Okay. Raging Blow increases the damage of your next Bloodthirst by similar thing. Okay, cool. I can see how it's playing into each other. Vicious Contempt is a 1-pointer. Got it. Okay, I see. So what is it with 1 point right now? Got it. So it's 25%. Cool. So that's the Tomb of Sargeras tier. Sweet. So Wrath and Fury. I see. Okay. Now I'm understanding. So Carnage. Rampage now costs 60 rage and increases haste by a percentage for 6 seconds. Oh. It might be in here. Do you have the talent that increases your rage total to 130, or is it going to be 100? 100 is rage cap. So you have one here for 60 rage and increases your haste by a percentage. Or you have Frothing Berserker. Rampage now costs 100 rage, has a percentage increased crit chance, and increases the damage dealt by a percentage for 6 seconds. So that's like the big hitter Rampage. So you have the smaller Rampage rage use, but it increases your haste. Or you have the big boy Rampage that increases the crit strike chance and the damage, and damage dealt. It is in there. Okay. That's I'm probably just ill. I know what the picture is too. I'm just gonna trust you on this one. But that makes sense. So 130, that's cool. Nice. I like having options on whether you want your Rampage to be like one or the other. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. Shoot, where was I? No Mercy, execute damage while enraged is increased by a percentage or 2 times the percentage, so it's a 2-pointer, I'm guessing. Nice. Big emphasis on execute, sudden death. So every 30th slaughtering strike makes your next execute usable on any target regardless of their health. And I remember how we were accruing slaughtering strikes up above, so that's cool. Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense. I knew I wasn't going crazy. I was like, I know what the picture is if you use the same picture. Like, why can't I find this? Sort of going back to BFA Season 4 with Bloodthirst would be top priority with some cool stuff baked in. There's definitely some really cool talent nodes in here. I like this. I like some of the options that you're able to have. I think that's really cool. So fresh meat, 15% increased crit strike chance. Tripled against enemies above 80% health or below. So you get the top and bottom end, like execute, or I don't know what they call when you can do more damage to enemies that are above a certain health, but it's like, I don't know, reverse execute, whatever you would call that. Raging armaments, so when you consume all raging blow stacks, increase the damage and crit strike of your next bloodthirst by a percentage. Nice. Improved whirlwind, it causes your next 4 single, so this is improved whirlwind again. Meat cleaver, so whirlwind causes your next 4 single target attacks to strike up to 7 targets, so we'd be 7 target capped on our base abilities. But to add in, you had up here that after Odin's Fury, Titanic Might, right? It was, yep. No, it wasn't Titanic Might. It was, shoot. You had it up here that anything that would hit 4 to 7, yeah. For 10 seconds after activating Odin's Fury, attacks that would hit 4 or 7 targets cleave all nearby enemies. So that's cool. I like that, how you get that window to really just go ham. It's cool. Oh, deals 55% to the first 4 targets and 40% to the everything additional past 4. Whirlwind generates 3 rage plus an additional 1 per target hit. Nice. I think that's cool. Yeah, no, this sounds great. It sounds, I think I can hear the warriors that I see in the Discord and stuff literally like going crazy over this, being like, this is it. Like, I hear Odin's Fury. I hear like execute doing damage. The bloodthirst is popping off. Like cold steel hot blood. Yeah, I can definitely hear it. This is funny. This is nice. Rampage critical strikes against your primary target generate a certain amount of rage and have a % chance to reset the cooldown of execute. That's cool. That's really cool. So you get procs there. So you get your execute procs to be able to be used again. Executes triggered by sudden death have their damage increased by a % when used against enemies in execute window. If you're enraged, bloodthirst extends the duration of enraged by a certain amount of seconds, and gushing wounds on targets hit by bloodthirst have their active duration increased by X amount of seconds. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yep. Nice. I see. So it kind of like not refreshes the gushing wounds, but it just increases the duration. Cooldown of Recklessness is reduced by a certain amount of seconds. Oh, this is a good one. So Reckless Abandon, because it's in such a weird state right now. So let's see. Recklessness generates 50 rage on use. Increases your critical strike chance by an additional %, and increases the duration of Recklessness by a certain amount of seconds. Okay. So, yeah, I guess... And this would be on like a choice node, similar to how it is now for anger management and reckless abandon. So you could either get recklessness reduction, depending on what tuning feels good, or you could go with the increased rage gen from it, and longer recklessness window. So it's either longer recklessness window or a shorter cooldown to get to it, basically. Execute crit strikes have a % chance to increase the critical strike damage of your next execute. That critically strikes by a %. Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. I like that. My gosh, I don't even know what Reckless Abandon does right now. It's so like I don't even want to touch it. Yeah, they made it so weird. I don't know. I actually really liked using Reckless Abandon with the whole Crushing Blow and Bloodbath when we were using it for that period of time. I thought it was cool. But it's just so weird now. I don't even bother to know what it does, to be honest. Everything's static, 1.5 minutes or 45 seconds. I see. Okay, so there's no like farming back with rampages. Like, I haven't seen any of that, so that makes sense. Raging Blow is now available at all times, but no longer gains stacks from a rage. Got it. So you can talent into not just having Raging Blow up during a rage window. Okay, and it has a bit long. Okay, cool. I think I missed a couple here. My bad. Execute crit strikes have a % chance to increase the crit strike damage of your next execute. That oh no, I read that one. I'm ill, sorry. Bloodthirst has a % chance, or if a second node, 2 times the % chance to reset its own cooldown. Oh shoot, so you just be spamming, that's cool. Becoming enraged has a % chance to make your next whirlwind deal % increased damage, or your next thunderclap deal a % increased damage. Nice. I see it. For the duration of recklessness, a percentage of all the crit strike rating is additionally converted to crit strike damage. Oh. Interesting. So, is this something... Wait, so... Ah, I see. Okay. That's pretty cool. I actually like the way that's implemented. It's way cooler than our current Depths of Insanity. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was my bad. I skipped a few. I think I backtracked and got back on track. So Inner Rage, that's the one I skipped too. So then Execute has a percentage, or 2 times the percentage chance to immediately reset its own cooldown. This chance is doubled when it critically strikes. Dang, that could go nuts. I see your pathing here. That's pretty cool. Like given the options like this. Oh right. Yeah. Yep. I see what you're saying. So Bloodthirst has 2 charges. Bloodthirst reset by Oath Blood. Apply Cold Steel Hot Blood at 200% effectiveness. So you get like a little bit of extra bleed in here too. I mean, I like YouTube just fine. You just need a membership option or something. Yeah, so I need to hit 500 subs on YouTube for that, and I have to hit 3,000 watch hours, which I'm at like 2,000 watch hours, which is crazy. That's a lot of watch hours. I can't believe it, but with how the videos have been doing, I'll hit that probably in the next month or two. So I will be able to get memberships on YouTube. But hey, Buck, I appreciate you like wanting to contribute and like support and stuff. That means a lot. But I'm just happy you're here. But yeah, totally will work towards that so that we can have that. Yeah, that sounds like a massive bleed. Sounds cool. I like the idea of having a bleed that really does something. Because right now, Cold Steel Hot Blood does like what? Like 2.3% of our overall or something like that. It's nothing crazy. Like throughout a dungeon. I think I remember seeing it do like in the 2 to 3.5% range, something like that. So fan of long swords. Rampage also casts Whirlwind. Oh, okay. Interesting. Cast Thunderclap if you have Mountain Thane hero talents. This effect cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. That's interesting. Huh. I'd like to see that. Like, I'd like to actually like see that. I feel like I've played a rendition of Fury where Rampage casted Whirlwind. Was that something since BFA that was implemented? I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's bad. The bleed's bad. I only watch YouTube. You're always on my front page. Yeah, the algorithm's been treating me well. I guess people must be watching my videos, which makes me really happy because I'm trying to put out good stuff. Now, I'm not the most creative person, and I don't have very good editing skills, so I'm just trying to put content out that's quality at least. And people seem to have been enjoying it, so that makes me happy. It's an anima power. Ah, yes. Yes, I do remember that. That's hilarious. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. I knew I had seen that. Like, I casted a Rampage and it whirlwinded, and you just reminded me of that, and I was trying to think where I saw that. Torghast. That's hilarious. 3.2%. Yep, sounds about right. Yeah, the bleed isn't anything crazy. Rage of the Jardin. While Recklessness is active, the effects of Enrage are increased by a percentage. Okay. Where's that music coming from? I don't know. Cruelty. Raging Blow has a % increased critical strike chance against enemies below 20%. Nice. Okay, some more execute hits. The Reaping. Increases the effectiveness of Massacre by a %. Okay, get it. Alright, big one here. So Bloodbath. Bloodthirst reset by Oath Blood. Now grant Bloodbath. Bloodbath is... So let me make sure I'm understanding this. Reset by Oath Blood. I might need to double back to Oath Blood real quick. Make sure I know what that is. Shoot. I'll just read it, and it'll probably make sense. Assault the target in a bloodthirsty rage or craze, dealing more damage than bloodthirst, physical damage, and restoring 3% of your health. Bloodbath causes the target to bleed profusely, increasing the tick rate of bleeds by a percentage up to 2 times the percentage based on the enemy's missing health. Dang. Targets under 20% bleed out immediately. So bleed out immediately meaning like the entirety of the bleed is just right away consumed. Is that what that means? I'm guessing. So that would be frenzied increased by a percentage, powerful increased by percentage, master increased. Oh, got it. Okay. Yep, I'm caught up now. Yep, I understand. So yeah, is that what bleed out means? Like if they're in execute window, the bleed just kind of like immediately ticks out. Yep, that's sick. I like that. I like your implementation of bleeds here. I really do enjoy the idea of having more emphasis on our bleeds. I think that's awesome. Capital punishment, last one here. Rampage sentences the target to death, increasing all damage they take from execute by a percentage per percent of missing health. Capital punishment can only affect one target at a time. Dang, that's cool. No, I mean, some of these I had never even thought of. I think this is really, really thought-provoking and a lot of fun to read. If you wish to mess around with the talent builds yourself, you have to download the WoW Talent Tree Manager. Got it. That's sick. No, this is a really cool thing to look at. I appreciate you sharing it with me. Happy to go over it on stream too. Thought-provoking, you know? It brings up some... Oh, how am I missing a point? Oh, that's right. I took it out of Vicious Content. I was so confused. No, that's cool. I like the emphasis on the bleeds. I like so much emphasis on execute, and it looks like actual valuable emphasis rather than just silly things. Or, like you said, like we just have stat nodes. For example, yeah, bloodthirst damage increased by a percentage. Just little stat nodes. Yeah, all these raging blow, like we have so many raging blow stat nodes, crit chance stat nodes. Yeah, absolutely. Shoot, at that point, like, what else is there to do? We just mess around, see if we can outdo Blizzard, show them what needs to be done. No, that's very cool. I enjoyed it a lot. And, you know, was there a time where bleeds were like one of our main emphasis, like bleeds from Bloodthirst? Help this person out. Because like I said, I've only been around on Fury for so long, so I don't know everything that we've been through, and things that I think would be fun probably have already existed, so it's cool to know when or if they were like the norm. Thanks for checking it out. Always fun to hear what people had. Yeah, for sure. Just BFA? Okay, got it. So yeah, probably right as I started, and I didn't really understand anything about anything, so that makes sense. BFA Season 4. Yeah, and see, I was playing BFA Season 4, and I remember doing mad damage. I didn't actually understand anything, so I was just like, I'm just gonna press these buttons and hope that I do damage, so.
Best keep your weapons ready.
Got it. Oh, that's sick. I would love that. Like, that sounds really fun. Alright. And let's go up here. I got about, probably like 25 more minutes of stream. Just mess around with these quests for now, and then tomorrow we will dive back in on Twitch, and I don't know, maybe I could do all this stuff. Oh shoot! No, never mind. I don't think that's anything important, is it? Should go kill that, but I don't know. Maybe we could do like one of our alts or something if we run out of things to do tomorrow. Kill them all! Kill them all! Yeah, so I feel like I'm usually pretty easy to please. Like, I just love Warrior because, like I was telling someone earlier, honestly, one of my favorite things about Warrior, this is how easy to please I am, is I actually just love being able to charge enemies. I think that's just so cool. It's like I'm just going right into the mix. Like, I just think that's awesome. And so I'm pretty basic on like what I really enjoy about Warrior, but I do think that thinking about like the in-depth stuff is important because you know, it can be fun to just hit rampage a lot, but there are times where I'm like, man, I feel like my rhyme and reason behind my character is kind of silly, or like it doesn't make much sense, or it's not very fulfilling. And so, even though I'm easy to please, there are times where I wish things were a little different. So it's really cool to read all that.
Wealth can solve any problem.
What are you gonna do tomorrow? Group spell fight would be cool. Yeah, it's just the tuning would be the difficult part. Like, I think it would be awesome. I think that's like sick. It would be like our own AMZ. But you know, it's just it's probably a tuning nightmare because it would just be so busted, so much like DR. So tomorrow, I don't know. I mean, I have like 5 level 80s, so I could pick another one and just kind of maybe do the campaign skip and do M0s on it just for fun. I'm not the best at other specs, but I could hop on my Boomy or something. I don't know. Figure something out. We'll figure something out. Kill rares, finish these quest lines, something like that. I got a Frost DK I could play. He was supposed to be Unholy, but Unholy got like nuked. So now he's Frost, I guess. I got 5 warriors. What? Dang, what are you doing? Race the world first? You trying to pick whichever warrior gets the best loot drops? That's funny. Do I need to pick some? Oh, my inventory is always full leveling, man. Let me tell you. Holy. Get this stuff out of here. Where's my sell junk? I think my Addy bags has been busted ever since the patch release. Just gotta do all this ish manually. Yeah, that's not gonna be anything. That's not gonna be anything. Wait, was that Warbound? I should probably keep that. I'm gonna try to send whatever gear I can over to whatever alt I decide to play tomorrow, I guess. I have these too. So I have tier set for Druid. I also have a Shaman I could play. Just to try. Fair.
You wish to trade?
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun to hit like really high ranking on CE. So this tier, for the first time, we're doing optional Tuesdays for the first 3 weeks of raid. So next Tuesday we'll be raiding. So that's cool that we'll be doing first night raid if the servers allow us. And we're hoping that jumpstarts us into having like a good momentum for a quicker C. Because we're not a 3-day raiding guild, so we're already at a little bit of a disadvantage compared to most other people, but we're gonna do it for... I wonder how you kill this guy. I want to kill you. How do I do it? Oh shoot, there's a rare down here. Where's the phase thing? Here we go. Let's see if this guy's in the upside down. Hall of Fame. Yeah, I mean, shoot, that would be so cool. I feel like my gameplay is worthy of that. Just need to make sure that we have a raid, like a group that's, you know, ready for it. But the people in my raid group this tier, and honestly the end of last tier, are great. Like, been popping off. So I'm not too worried. Who is this? Hecatamos, the elemental disjunction. Now this ish sounds like some Alcarid type music. The heck? I feel like... I don't know. I don't know where this boss is, but... How am I back on this song again? Alright. I'm going to kill you one day. Don't know how, but I will. Here, rather than diving into another quest, another set of quests, I think this might be where we'll just end the stream here. The baby's up and active, so put some attention over that way. And I wanted to see. Let's see. I always like to scroll through and see which. Yeah, phase lost, slate back. Let me see what that looks like. I like to see what mounts drop from different achievements and see if there's any I want to like grind out. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Yep, it's about that time. Wait, that's actually kind of a cool looking mount. So what do you have to do for that? Collect all phase loss item appearances found from phase diving orbs. Oh, well that sounds like pull up a YouTube guide, be done in an hour. Sweet, that's good to know. I don't think anything else in here drops them out, right? Oh, the Breaker's Song. Complete all Siren... Oh, this is from Siren Isle. I don't care about all that. Anything in here? Ivory Goliathus. What is that? I could actually go get that. Ivory Goliathus. That looks cool. I might... That's the delve thing. Ivory Goliathus. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, we could. You have to hit me up. We'll set something up. Oh, it's like this little bug. It's a little scarab. Yeah, hit me up. We'll figure something out. All right, I'm also getting up early tomorrow for work, so I guess I'll go ahead and call it here before it gets too late. We got a lot of good chatting done tonight. Sorry there wasn't a lot of action, but you know how it is. This is one of those down weeks, so we're just making it through. But it's really nice chatting with everybody, so appreciate everyone for being here. Gonna go ahead and call it there. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll be streaming on Twitch. So let me make sure that I put this in here. So it's alright, yeah. It's twitch.tv/OxyOG. Definitely go follow there if you're not already. Be live tomorrow. We'll either mess with an alt or finish up some of these quests. Probably yap some more. So thank y'all for checking in. Catch you soon. Yep. Love the yapping. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta sit and yap, you know what I mean? Literally, I'm the worst when it comes to like Destiny 2, this game, any game that's got like a main city, you're gonna catch me yapping and running around the city doing nothing. We used to do it in Destiny 2 all the time after like raid nights. We would just be running around talking on voice chat and I'll never get anything done. It's terrible. So I definitely love it. Thank you all for being here though. I appreciate it. Safari later. Merle later. I'll see y'all. Everybody, thank you for hanging out, and thanks again to Zan for the cool content with the Warrior rework. I thought that was really cool. So I'll catch y'all soon. Much love. See you around. Peace.